Oh, we're on.
Oh, hi.
Everybody. Hi. We just want to welcome everybody to our first FlossTube happy hour with the Pink Stitchers.
Oh, I thought this was episode number one. Episode number one.
My name is Jamie. This is my sister Erica, and this is our mom Chris, aka Hinkle Mama, and that's all.
And we got it. We nailed it. Okay.
We've been plotting for probably since the winter to try to do a floss tube, and we just have been running into different things. It's hard to all get together, and we finally are doing it. We have one of our members we had to put on probation several times because we couldn't get her to make it a priority. And today I was watching a floss tube, and they had a statement that I thought, this really kind of sums up. It's really kind of my fault that she's not available a lot because, when they were growing up, I should have really stressed this hose before bros, and I did not do it. And I feel like it's partly my fault that she's not available.
I'm totally going to blame you. That was not in our learning back when we were
And I should have. And today I watched the Floss Boss and Cousins, and they brought it up, and I'm like, that sums it up right there.
Yep, because I was trapped in a vehicle with my husband for 12 hours. So, just saying, I am glad to be here.
Yes.
Step.
Yes. So basically, there's no great time to start a floss tube. So we're just gonna fumble through this one, and hopefully they get better after this. We're hoping we could just share our love of cross stitch and bring some smiles and laughs.
Yeah. So we're the Pink Stitchers.
Yes.
Heck yeah! Woo!
Pink Stitchers.
And so we'll start with just introductions. My name is Jamie, like I said. I work for a children's hospital. I have a husband and 2 children, a wiener dog, and a potbelly pig. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in March of 2020, and I have been cross-stitching since September of 2022. And what brought me to cross stitch was Hinkle Mama, talking about it all the time, talking about FlossTube, and I went along to a quilt and wool show, and we just got to talking, and it got me sucked right in. I started watching Anna Stitch Roadies, and I started from the beginning and watched every episode up to current, and I just enjoy that, and that is what sucked me into it.
Don't mind my dog and my husband.
My name is Chris, and I'm the mom of these two ladies. And I work as a business development at my company. I've been with the company for about 40 years. And I kind of got into the cross-stitching back in the 80s when everybody was doing the geese and the teddy bears and things like that.
That's when we were born.
Yeah,
Yes.
when they were born, I made baby things for them. And then I started watching quilt roadies, and that led me into stitch roadies, and that led me to FlossTube and to cross-stitching. And I would be talking all the time about Anna from Stitch Roadies said this, and you know, at first I think the girls were looking at me like I had some secret, you know, friend, yeah, imaginary friend. But then little by little, I kind of got them both to get involved with it. So that's how we kind of got started. I'm also a breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed back in 1998. And didn't know at that time with the things that they did until Jamie was diagnosed that we have the gene, and so it's kind of the gift that keeps
BRCA1
giving. Yeah.
mutation.
Yes. So that's my story.
Right, well, I'm Erica. I am a supervisor at the local hospital here where I live. I have a wonderful husband. I have a daughter, and I have a puppy that's name is Walter, and you'll hear all about him at some point. And I have 2 cats. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in October of 2020. Barbara Walters got me on the 2020 year. And I started stitching only because these two called me on FaceTime one day and literally were talking whips and things and all the stuff, and I was like, I don't even know what you guys are saying. So they told me I needed to do some research, and I did, and yeah, that's how I started.
And we, you know, got her buying things, and you know, has the haul every week, and so we FaceTime and have to show each other what we purchased. And so.
Yep, we do Tuesday night
Stitchy night.
via FaceTime because we all live in different towns. So part of FlossTube is we have to show a previous finish, and so our first like official cross stitch stitch along that we just had between us. We started a Thanksgiving start, so it was
stressful.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, a little competitive. I mean, it was a little competitive.
Yeah, there's definitely some competition.
And I don't think we all finished it until really Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep.
It took some time.
So
but-
it's Kind and Gentle, the Woodland Holiday Sampler by Artful Offerings. Hopefully that shows up good. And so, do you want me to start?
You
or-
can go first.
Okay.
Good.
And none of us really documented what we used. I used the Call for Colors, and I got some sort of even weave or something from Hobby Lobby. I think it's maybe like a 28 count, and I just changed up it's all DMC floss, but I just changed up the letters on here to be some sort of sparkly something.
And I did mine on a fabric called Vintage, and I did change up a couple colors when I was doing the large deer. I was having trouble seeing the stripes, and so I decided to make some darker, and I also added a little sparkle into mine as well.
Sorry about Walter. He's 5 months old, and he's just he's a bit of a handful. Here's mine. I'm kind of a rule follower. I don't know how, because I don't feel as a child I was, but I definitely am a rule follower now. So I used all of the called for colors, DMC, and I couldn't tell you what this is stitched on either. It was probably one of my first purchases. Maybe like a oatmeal. I would call it maybe like an
calling
oatmeal.
it oatmeal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely oatmeal.
Yeah,
Definitely oatmeal.
So yeah, that's mine.
So that was our little sale. We
Yes.
started out with a sale.
Yep, and we actually all completed it,
Yes.
so
Yes.
that's a bonus.
So we felt
By the
good about
deadline.
that.
By
Yes.
the deadline.
But we were more monogamous at that point.
Yes.
Yes.
One stitch, like one project. That's
Yes.
all we did.
Yes.
And then we got caught in the 12 by 12.
Yes.
That
And then that
started the whole
Yeah.
That was a rabbit hole.
situation we're in now.
So next we'll do whips. And we do have a lot of whips, but we thought for getting through this first god-awful recording, we're just going to show one whip. Or are you showing two whips? Perhaps.
Show
Two whips.
She's an overachiever.
Well, yes, she is.
Okay, who's going first?
I can.
Who wants to
I can-
whip first?
We'll just always go.
Okay. So we jumped on the bandwagon since we are all breast cancer survivors. Pam's hashtag Pam's survival sale, commemorating her 30-year since being diagnosed with breast cancer. So it is a Praiseworthy Stitches, Simple Gifts, Courage. She shows it on Just Keep Stitching. And so I am stitching mine on 30, let me see, little this paper is. Well, I think it's 35 count linen by Weeks Dye Works. And I am using Weeks floss. Romance is my darker color. I am using Peony for my lighter color. And then I am switching up. So there's like the letters on there. I'm going to alter them to be like our initials and some of our other family who have also had breast cancer. And since the BRCA1 gene mutation also causes ovarian cancer, we also have some ovarian cancer family members as well, so I'm going to add some aqua in there as well. And then I also, oh, never mind, I won't talk about that yet. Okay, moving on.
Okay. For mine, I'm doing it on some fabric that I tea-dyed myself. It's an 18 count Aida. And I'm using begonia for my dark and peony for my light. And I'm gonna have a little bit of aqua in there. Both my mom and my aunt died of ovarian cancer, so I'm gonna use their initials in there. And then I have one more. I'm also working on Flea Market Flowers. Oops, I got my notes on there. Flea Market Flowers from Holt. I'm doing it with the called for colors, and I'm just doing it on a 14 count Aida.
Okay, well, like I said, I am on probation most of the time, so I mean, I do have the pattern, but I am waiting on my floss and my fabric to show up, and then I will have to really get cruising on mine.
You did pick your colors, didn't you? Do you remember what you picked?
I did pick my colors, but I'm not 100% sure.
They're also weeks.
They're weeks, but I don't know what I feel like there was like a Charlotte and a something. So raspberry. I think I went with raspberry and Charlotte and something else.
Picking out our colors has been a challenge because
Yes.
we pretty much own stock in Weeks Dye Works pink.
I have every
colors.
pink
Yeah.
that Weeks Dye Works made.
But I will, on the next video, hopefully be further along to be able to show you that. But I do have another whip that it's been taking me a while. We got on this, everybody make a Biscornu. Okay, great. Well, these guys are done with their Biscornus, and here I am still working on mine. It's It's a little hard to tell because you have to add some like other stitching in there. It's got some
Fancy
some
stitches.
special stitches and beads and all the things, but here is my Biscornu that I am. Whoops, that's switched to something else. Let me get back here. Okay, this, you can see it, it's kind of a purple. So that's my Biscornu. It's on 18 count by Stitched Modern, French Country Purple. And I am just using the call for colors, which there isn't very many of them, but there's fancy floss of like glittery stuff and beads and sequins. So this might take me a while.
Biscornu.
So I will show you some progress the next time. Don't mind the slurping behind us. Just again the dog.
Okay, then we're gonna move on to haul.
Haul.
Okay.
My favorite part.
Moving on to haul.
Love haul.
Wally loves haul too.
I love haul so much I keep buying it, but
Yes.
I
Okay, so
don't get very far ahead.
my first thing, I have a subscription to just another button company. Has a button lovers club studio thing that comes with like printed on, I don't know, let me see, perforated paper with a little design on it, if that shows up. And it also comes with a little pack of all cute little buttons that coordinate with it, and a cross stitch pattern, so you can sort of embellish the perforated paper. I think it's very cute. So that is number one. I also have Jan Hicks creates, say this with me friends, e pluribus unum.
Ooh, yes.
And I think that is just beautiful.
That's very beautiful. I do enjoy that one. I'm gonna have to get myself that.
Yeah, and I have it kitted already, so get cracking on that. And then I have Elizabeth's Needlework Designs Antique Beasts and Birds. And I just thought it was cute because it has animals on it, and it says, "Dear Father, hear and bless thy beasts and singing birds, and guard with tenderness small things that have no words."
Very nice.
And then we can move on to your haul.
Okay. I'm doing Peace House by Lottie Dow. And I'm doing it all with call for colors. Get up there closer. Sorry, I have short arms.
We'll figure out other methods.
And here's kind of my color combination that I'm doing. And then by Plum Street Samplers, I'm doing Spring Has Sprung. And here, I'm also doing that with Call for Colors. Here is my fabric and floss for that. And then my last one, and don't even say anything, girls, I'm doing it on an even weave. I'm
Okay.
usually an Aida,
Okay.
but I'm going to brave it and try
Okay.
something different. This is from Primitive Gatherings, and it's Christmas Children cross stitch, and I've just been in love with this since I saw it. It kind of reminds me of when I was a child, and so I thought it was so cool I wanted to do it. And I'm doing it in a weeks, and it's 2266A. I don't know, it doesn't have a name like the other ones, but it's this beautiful red.
I bought that one as well.
I didn't because I wasn't along. Some of us have to sometime go to work. Okay, well, I have a few little things here. I got a hands-on design, House on a Hill, the pincushion and the fob. I think it's super cute. Comes with the little buttons. I do not have it kitted up yet, just as my haul. I did go with the Flea Market Flowers by Holt again. And I also got the DMC thread pack from Fat Quarter Shop. I like when I can get them all because I tend to buy 17 of the same ones and then I have the wrong numbers because I think people mess with you at the store and you think you have the right ones until you get home. So I have 400 Post-it notes with a lot of wrong colors. And this was one of my favorites that I got. It's 14 count Aida. I don't even know what I'm going to stitch on it, but it is Confetti. And it's by, I got it from Stitched Modern, and the camera won't do it any justice, but it's this cute, like, speckly, confetti looking fabric, and I love it. So
Very nice.
that's my haul.
Okay. So then we just want to do some talking about like our favorite stitchy things. So our things today aren't really things, but a place. Do you want to talk about it, or?
Sure. We were kind of looking for a local needlework shop. We don't really have a lot, we live in Wisconsin, and we weren't able to really find a lot. We went to Lynn's in Madison, which was really nice. And then we took a trip to Primitive Gatherings, and we were just pretty well fell in love with it. It's a fantastic place to shop, and then they also have a gathering place where they hold monthly like cross stitch groups and stitching quilting groups, wool groups, and so we started getting involved in that and just really enjoy it. It's a great place. They treat you like, I'll take a day of vacation and we go spend the whole day there. You know, we pay a fee and they have a chef there that cooks for you, and you know, she rings the bell, we all go eat and then go back to our stitching, and you know, it's like the perfect thing. You can,
It's like a retreat without having to go to a retreat. Yes.
Yeah, and you know, we just did a stitch camp there for 3 days.
Yep.
And that, I mean, they just treated us so well. It's just such a fun place to go. So
Yes.
We've been really.
And you can stay there. You could sleep there.
Yes,
Yeah.
they have lodging, and obviously it's primarily a quilting and wool shop or whatever, but they just started bringing in cross stitch and increasing their inventory. They've talked to us about, well, we were included in a little discussion as far as like what we think they should bring in to the shop, and you know, like what would attract stitchers to a cross stitch shop in general.
Mm-hmm.
So they seem very interested in increasing having cross stitch available, and we want to help spread the word.
They have all the weeks threads. They're bringing in the DMC. They have a bunch of weeks linen and Aida, and they just keep bringing in more patterns. Mm-hmm. And the cool thing there is that, you know, they have retreats where they'll run something like they just this last week had a quilting retreat where they were doing red, white, and blue things. But they also just groups of people will come in, you know, 10 ladies, whatever, will come from a state and just, you know, book a week. And they come and they just get up in the morning and they stitch. They really have, you know, kind of free reign of the place. They have cutting tables. They have ironing tables and stuff. So kind of a lot of stuff is set up. Or same for cross stitch. I mean, you can just come in and, you know, stay at the facility and, you know, use their things. You get the meals included with your stay. The rooms are cute. I mean, each one has a quilt on the bed that was made by Lisa Bonjean, who owns Primitive Gatherings, and so they're just like cozy, and it's just really the lighting is fantastic. Mm-hmm. Like I don't even normally at home I need to use extra lighting, but I'm just able to stitch there without it because it's just the lighting is great and the people are really fun, and it's just it's really fun to see them growing as a cross stitch shop, you know, as well as they're already known for their wool and their fabric quilting things, but it's nice to see them growing and be able to give some input on that. And you know, they're willing to help anybody that's looking for a pattern. I mean, they'd be happy to help you out if there's something that you need. And so yeah, we're really enjoying going there.
Like if you don't have your courage.
Yes, we knew it was hard to get that pattern, so we asked Gloria to order it for us, and so she ordered extras. So if anybody needs that pattern, they can check out their website or give them a call.
Or show up.
Or show up.
Show up.
Yes, join us.
And shop.
Yes.
Because it's a trap. It'll get you.
Yeah, go on their website. They hold events all the time of, different things, that you can, like we go to just a sit and stitch, and you can cross stitch, you can stitch on wool, do punch needle, whatever. And the fun thing is if you stay and, you shop the day before, and then you wake up in the middle of the night and think, oh, I should have bought that pattern. When you get up in the morning, you can go in your pajamas and go walk over to the store and buy something. So it kind of offers, all the good things all in one place. So we highly recommend it.
Yes.
And I think
It's a good time.
Kind of it, I think.
No, we got some more.
And we wanted to also say that Teresa Kogut is coming. They have a retreat with Teresa Kogut coming, and she'll be there in July as well as September. So that's very exciting. We'll be there in September, so if anybody
wants to
there,
join
say
us.
hi.
And it will be somebody's birthday.
Both of our.
Yeah.
We're close.
Two.
We're close.
Two birthdays.
We're
Two
close.
birthdays.
Exactly. Oh, and we did want to shout out our floss tubes.
Yes. So
Okay.
next is our floss tubes.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to shout out first of all Anna from Stitch Roadies, because she is what sucked me in. There's something calm about her and funny, and I just feel like I know her, and I tune in every time there's a new episode. And then my other shout out is Stitchy friends Sarah and Jen. Crack me up. I don't know, I'm very entertained by them, and I also tune in all the time.
And I have been really enjoying Lost in Stitches. Lisa, we all talked about our cancer experience, and it's something that she's also going through. And when you know how hard it is, and to see, she's just such a positive, upbeat person, and I just love the things that she stitches on, and so I just really enjoy watching her. And then also, I have been watching Welcome Stitchery from Minnesota. Two of the gals that we met when we were at the cross stitch camp were from Minnesota and that's their LNS. And so we'd like to make a trip up there and be able to meet Michelle and Justine. So
Yes.
those are my two.
The dog's drinking from the toilet.
Yes. And so inappropriate giggling. I'm trying to hold it together, but I'm pretty sure he drank the whole bowl. And now he'll come and try and get somebody. Okay, well, my shout outs are Sweetwater Stitcher. She was probably one of my first floss tubes. Jessica, I could watch her all the time. I like all the projects that she does. And my newest one is the Floss and Boss and Cousins. I find them to be very entertaining, and both of them, Christy and Callie, they just make me laugh with how honest and whatever. It just is a good thing to watch.
I thought of one more piece of business that we probably really need to talk about. Our friends that we met at our cross stitch camp, I think they were probably like an update from you on your bag making.
Oh, yes, I am a bag maker.
No.
I buy bag patterns, I buy fabric. I say I'm a bag maker, but I have yet to make a bag. But to Rose and to Michelle and to Margaret, still no bag, but I will show one once I ever accomplish that.
It's coming. It's coming in later episodes.
Very
Promise.
imminent, yes.
Promise.
Yes.
That's a sneak peek into the future.
And then another floss tube, an honorable mention,
Oh, yes.
is Mike, Missy Timberlake's husband, on Instagram has been posting mini floss tubes, and
They're very entertaining.
Yes.
If you have not seen, go out and watch
them because he's doing.
He's getting it all down.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a cross stitcher.
yep, I can't wait to see his new whip.
Yep. He
Yes.
found his maybe some shade of red color.
Yes, and I like the opposite order that he chose
Yes.
to pick the fabric, then the floss,
Yes.
and then the pattern. I mean, that's one way to go
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
one
Yeah.
way to do it.
Yeah.
Blue and red.
Yeah.
I mean, red, white, blue. He might
Yes.
be going with a patriotic
Yes,
theme.
but that was
I'm excited to
good.
see what he's gonna pick.
Very much. And then one other thing, at a sit and stitch earlier this month, we met two ladies on their way to StitchCon from the UK, Caroline and Linda. And Caroline is a cross-stitch designer. She has a website, haystackstitching.co.uk, has very cute patterns that she's designed. They were just delightful table mates, and so we wanted to give them a shout out as well.
They're also going to organize some type of like a Stitch Con in their countries, so it'll be something to watch for. It sounds,
We're feeling
Yeah.
the pressure that we might have to
make
take
a trip.
Yeah,
Yes.
make a
Yes.
field
Save
trip.
your money. Save your money.
And that's pretty much all I have.
Yes.
So our goal then is, I mean, it can only go up from here from
Yes.
this recording.
Yes. I
and
hope you enjoy.
that the plan is to try to record every 2 weeks if that's possible. It may not always be all three of us, and it may not necessarily always be every 2
It
weeks.
probably
but
won't be all three of us.
No,
because,
and there'll be corrective action for that.
I know.
Yeah, one of our members
I live
is challenged with
sometimes a busy life, so
Staying
And
on
it's only
schedule.
going to add a little more onto our plates to try to
Yeah.
fill that gap. But I
Exactly,
mean,
but
Walter.
we'll-
I'm gonna try.
We'll
I'm
force
gonna try.
ourselves to do it.
Exactly. So, yeah.
So
Thank you.
we'd like, if you would like and subscribe.
Yes.
Don't
Very
forget
important.
that.
That's
subscribe.
That's part of having a YouTube
Yes,
channel.
yes,
Right? Like and
yes.
subscribe. Recommend us.
Yes. Yes, please.
And
Yeah.
tune in hopefully in 2 weeks when we do the next one.
Thank
When
you.
we're on number
2. Thank
See you